Welcome back, everyone, to another dicondissectional production hosted by Deathstroke9. Today we're going to be reacting to Joni Mitchell, A Case of You. But before we start, I just want to give a little background as to why I chose this. So the other day, might have even been yesterday, Rolling Stone released a new article about the top 100 albums of all time. Didn't really agree with it, but it was interesting to read. And it had a lot of very interesting facts about different albums. One of them was an album by this artist who a lot of people have requested on the channel, and I haven't done anything by them. I know absolutely nothing about them. Now, what Rolling Stone wrote about this album intrigued me and made me want to listen to it. At least I think it's off the album, and if it isn't, we'll get to that album. If it isn't, no, I think it is the Blue Album. Yeah. Yeah, I went and looked and saw that this was a requested song, so here we are. And if you're new to the channel, hello, welcome. My name is Daniel, aka Deathstroke9, and here we react to music. I try to figure out what the music and the lyrics mean to me personally, what they could have meant to the artist. We do research at the end of every video after we listen to the song. And yeah, it's just a fun time all around. So if that sounds interesting to you, consider subscribing to the channel for more content. All right, I'm excited. Let's see what we've got here. So basically, the Rolling Stone article said that this album's very, I guess you could say, heavy. There's a lot of deep self-reflection, and there's a lot of letting all the defenses down and there being no facades, a very honest album, I guess you could say. And reading that was very okay, that sounds interesting. Let's check it out, because a lot of people have asked me to do Joni Mitchell. I've got the lyrics pulled up over here. Let me blow them up so that you guys can see them. All right. Here we go. Joni Mitchell, A Case of You. This is the official audio. 3, 2, 1. Oh, that's beautiful.
Just before our love got lost, you said, I am as constant as a northern star. And I said, constantly in the darkness, where's that at? If you want me, I'll be in the bar, on the back of a cartoon coaster,
Just a beautiful voice.
in a blue
Wow.
TV screen light. I drew a map of Canada, oh Canada, with your face sketched on it twice. Oh, you're in my blood like oil.
Very high-pitched, high voice.
Tastes so bitter and so sweet. Oh, I could drink a case of you, darling, and I would still be on my feet. Oh, I would still be on my feet.
Wow. It's sad a little bit, but there's a lot of hope. I like it.
I am a lonely painter. I live in a box of paints.
All right. Let's go back a little bit. All right. So let's take a look at what we've got so far. I'm not going to say much. I'll go more in depth into my interpretation or whatnot at the end of the video. But just before our love got lost, you said, I am as constant as a northern star. And I said, constantly in the darkness. Where's that at? If you want me, I'll be in the bar. So just before the love got messed up, Oh, wow, that's horrible. Wait a minute. Just before our love got lost. So it's the death of love. Some type of relationship ended. The other person said something good. The other person said, I am as constant as a northern star. So they said, I will always be there for you. And they retorted. They said, you're constantly in the darkness. Where's that? If you want me, I'll be drinking. I'll be at the bar. And on the back of a cartoon coaster in the blue TV screen light, I drew a map of Canada. Oh, Canada, with your face sketched on it twice. You are in my blood like holy wine. You taste so bitter and so sweet. I could drink a case of you, darling, and I would still be on my feet. All right, let's keep going. Wow. Yeah. And the guitar work is very pretty. Her voice is... So last night we did the Carpenters song, and her voice was phenomenal as well. This is like a lot higher. That was a lot lower, I guess, maybe? Who knows? All right, let's keep going. 3, 2, 1, Joni Mitchell, A Case of You.
I am a lonely painter. I live in a box of paints. I'm frightened by the devil, and I'm drawn to those ones that ain't afraid.
Wow.
I remember that time you told me, you said love is touching souls. Surely you touched mine, 'cause part of you pours out of me in these lines from time to time. Oh, you're in my blood like holy wine. You taste so bitter and so sweet. Oh,
Wow.
I could drink a case of you, darling. Still I'd be on my feet. I would still be on my
Her voice is so clear.
feet. I met a woman, she had a mouth like yours. She knew your life, she knew your devils and your deeds, and she said, go to him, stay with him if you can, but be prepared to bleed. Oh, but you are in my blood, you're my holy wine. You're so bitter, bitter and so sweet. Oh, I could drink a case
really
of
sad.
you, darling. Still I'd be on my feet. I would still be on my feet.
Wow. What a great relationship song. Like, are you kidding me? All right. Huh. Wow. Someone commented under this. I played this music and my husband said she tries to put too many words in her music. If he had said this before we married, we wouldn't have ended up getting a divorce. A lot of people are saying X Factor. I don't know why. I mean, I can see it says 2020, so obviously this was an X Factor, but who cares? Possibly the most beautiful song ever written. That line about touching souls kills me. Yes. Should be illegal to not like this song? Sure. Okay. I recently realized the first few lines were inspired by Shakespeare's Julius Caesar, but I am as constant as the northern star, of whose true fixed and resting quality there is no fellow in the firmament. This song has a way of making me feel sad, heartwarmed, and at peace all at the same time. Incredible. Okay, let's take a look at the lyrics that we haven't gone over yet. Then we're going to research the song, see what she, like, I'll bet this is a very personal song. So I am a lonely painter and I live in a box of paints. I'm frightened by the devil and I'm drawn to those that ain't afraid. That's so, like, frightened by kind of, isn't it true that opposites attract, right? So frightened by, I don't know if the devil actually means specifically, like, I've said before, I'm a Christian. I don't think that she's specifically saying, oh, I'm frightened of literal Satan, but I'm attracted to those that aren't afraid of him. I think it might be more along the lines of those who are maybe more reckless or who take bigger risks, or maybe do more, I don't know, exciting things, who knows. And then, but you're frightened of the devil, but drawn to those that aren't afraid. And she doesn't say aren't afraid of the devil, so it could just be I'm frightened by the devil, but I'm drawn to everybody who isn't afraid in general. I'm drawn to people who are fearless. I remember that time you told me, love is touching souls. Surely you touch mine, because part of you pours out of me in these lines from time to time. So, wow. Yeah, when you are with someone for long enough, you become, part of you goes into them, part of them comes into you, you know? They inspire and influence you. It's crazy. So obviously their love is gone, or the relationship is over. So, oh, you're in my blood like holy wine. You taste so bitter and so sweet. I could drink a case of you, darling. Still, I'd be on my feet. I would still be on my feet. I met a woman. She had a mouth like yours. Another thing that shows very much of, like, how long do you have to study someone or be with someone before you're able to look at someone? First of all, she says that the stay with him, so it's a guy, and the person she met is a woman, you know, and she just looks at the mouth and it's like, oh, you had a mouth like yours. Like, how well the protagonist of the song must have known the significant other. She had a mouth like yours. She knew your life. She knew your devils and your deeds, and she said, go to him. Stay with him if you can, but be prepared to bleed. Wow. That is a really, really awesome song. Thank you guys for recommending it. Let's see if songfacts.com has anything to add. It's off the Blue album. Okay, yeah, there's some stuff in here. Several versions of this song about infatuation were recorded by Joni Mitchell, the best known being the one on her Blue album. An earlier live interpretation can be found on the live LP, the 1970 concert that launched Greenpeace. Mitchell re-recorded the song on the live record Miles of Isles. An orchestral version featuring new vocal by Mitchell can be found on her 2000 concept album, Both Sides Now. The song can also be found on many bootleg recordings from Mitchell's 1983 tour. Okay. James Taylor's on acoustic guitar on this song? Wow. That's so interesting. Wow. Okay. So the version on the Blue album features Mitchell playing Appalachian dulcimer. Let me look up what type of instrument is that. Let's take a look. Dulcimer is a type of musical string instrument. Okay. Interesting. I've seen that before. accompanied by James Taylor on acoustic guitar and Russ Kunkel on drums. Kunkel is widely regarded as one of the top session drummers of the 70s and early 80s, working with many of the leading artists of the era, including Bob Dylan, Neil Young, Carole King, Jackson Browne, and Linda Ronstadt. Many artists have covered the song, including Tori Amos, K.D. Lang, and Prince. The latter's version, retitled A Case of You, was recorded for his 2002 album One Night Alone. Okay. It's been included in a bunch of movies. Okay. Alright. Joni Mitchell told Robert Hilburn in a 1994 interview regarding the song, "I think men write very dishonestly about breakups. I wanted to be capable of being responsible for my own errors." Okay. "If there was friction between me and another person, I wanted to be able to see my participation in it so I could see what could be changed and what could not." Yeah, there you go. That is part of the pursuit of happiness. You have to pull the weeds from your soul when you are young while they are sprouting, otherwise they will choke you. Very, very, very true. Yes, you can't always assume that nothing was your fault. I think a lot of times things very well could be mostly your fault. Depends on how you went about things, and you have to be willing to analyze your own actions and admit that you're wrong in order to grow as a human being. It's the people that don't admit that they're wrong that can't ever change. The ones too, for lack of a better word, arrogant to understand that they could be incorrect on something, you know? Specifically about, like, themselves, you know? Or who's to blame for certain things like that. All right. That's a very powerful song. Thank you guys for requesting it. I'm glad I checked it out. Let me know what I should move forward with Joni Mitchell, because I really liked it. It was another great kind of singer-storyteller track. All right. Thank you for watching. Again, if you're new to the channel, consider subscribing if you enjoyed the content. And I'll see you guys soon. Deathstroke 9 out.